Welcome to Sign with JP. I am your host, your teacher, JP, and welcome to my classroom. Today we are learning first signs or baby signs, signs for little kids, and this is part 2. So if you didn't catch part 1, you want to catch that. But what I'm doing in this video is giving you a list of signs that you can use with your kids. So you don't need part 1 to understand part 2. So you can watch this first if you want and then go back. So let's get started. The first sign is hug. Hug, we're just gonna wrap our arms, kind of squeeze our own shoulders and give it a little scrunch, okay? So if you have a hug, you wanna say, give mama, give daddy a hug. Another very common sign for little kids is hungry. We're gonna do a C handshake, put it right on our chest and come down, okay? Hungry, hungry. Just do it one time, hungry. Are you hungry? Or if the kid comes up and is like, and you know what you gotta do. Hurt, oh, hurt. Hurt is a great sign to use with your kid. When they get hurt, they will associate it with it. We're gonna take 2 fingers and look at my palms. One is out, one is in, and I twist them as I move them towards each other. Hurt, okay? Hurt, hurt. They fall down, they scrape their knee. You're hurt. Point to the knee, are you hurt? And they soon get that real quick. The next sign is love. Very similar to hug. Hug was here, right? Love, we're just gonna make fists and kind of squeeze right in here, okay? So we have love and we have hug. So be careful of the difference, but love, love. Who loves? Mommy, mommy loves. We're just gonna take an open hand and we're gonna tap it right on the chin here. Okay, mom. You also sometimes see this with fingers wiggling. That's kind of like a mommy, mommy. And it's really cute. And oftentimes little babies will get the wrong hand shape and they'll do something like this, but they are signing mom. So just watch your kid. You want to start understanding their manual babble as you understand their vocal babble as well. So mom, and consequently dad is going to be up on top of the forehead, off to the side, right? So mom down by on the cheek and dad up by the forehead. Very common sign. Actually, this was my daughter's very first sign and it's milk. Milk comes from we're milking the cow, right? Although milk. Quick story, my daughter, when she was 4 years old, my wife would put her on her lap facing out, would sign milk, and my daughter would turn around to nurse. So they can understand these very early. Milk. The next very common sign, and oftentimes one of the very first signs, is more. More. Don't make full O's like this. You want to flatten them and you want to be tapping them more. More. It really helps when you get the next sign. More what? Right? So as you're asking them, do you want more milk? And eventually they'll start putting these together and they'll tell you. And you'll have these small sentences start forming. It's very exciting when that happens. The next sign is nap. Nap is actually the sign for sleep. There is no sign for nap. You have to sign short sleep, but we're just gonna use sleep. Sleep is just like this. We're gonna take our hand and we're gonna bring it down, and oftentimes we're gonna close our eyes when we do it, okay? Very easy. I would say the differentiate between nap and sleep is nap and then sleep. See the difference? Okay. And that way you can tell time for a nap. Time for a nap, right? Oh, time for bed. We're going to go to sleep. We're going to go to sleep. Make it a little bit bigger, a little drawn out. Now we have the sign no. No. 3 fingers open and then we put them all together. Nope. Make sure your head gives the head shake. We're not doing that. How about outside? This is a great one to do. We're going to hold our hand. It's not a full C. You can relax the fingers and we're going to reach here and pull it out as we close our hand. So open hand pulls out to a closed hand. This is my dominant hand when I sign this one. So we're going to say outside, outside, okay? Outside. It could also be done without this hand, just like this, outside, outside, outside. What are we going to do outside? We're going to play outside. We have Y hand shapes and we wiggle them. And kids get this one real fast. And they love to do this one, and it's so cute when they do it. Play, 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 play. And so you could tell them, or play outside. Common sign for babies, and many babies cannot live without it, is the pacifier. Okay, so it's like we're just gonna grab it and we're putting it in the pacifier. Pacifier, do you want your pacifier? Please, we want to teach our kiddos some manners, so we just put one hand and we rub the chest like this. And this is a great sign to start teaching your kid to make sentences. So your kid comes up and asks you, okay, then they learn and they put those together. And now you want them to be polite when they ask. So, and you say, more milk, what? And they sign. Oh, so now they have a 3-sign sentence, which is very exciting. And little kids oftentimes they'll stick their chest out there and rub it really big. It's really cute when babies sign. All right, next one, very important, especially around that 2-year-old mark, is potty. Potty. Potty is a T for toilet. Okay, and we shake it. It means the bathroom, but that's what you're gonna use for potty. And I would not be surprised if they didn't get this part and they're just doing it like this. You will understand, again, as your babies babble, you will understand it. The motion, the side-to-side rocking motion, right? And the other telltale sounds, right? You'll get it. You always sign correct, no matter how your baby's signing. That way you're being a good model for your kid. Potty. How about sad? Oh, are you feeling sad? We just drag the hands straight down the face. Make sure you do a sad face. The lips are coming down. One very important thing to teach our kids is to share. Share. We're going to take our non-dominant hand, just hold it out in front of us, put the other one on top, and we just move it back and forth. It's like you get some and you get some. You get some and you get some. So we're sharing. We are sharing. Next is shoes. We're just going to knock our fists together. Shoes. Time to put your shoes on. And here's a bonus sign. We're going to take, this is like our foot, and this is the shoe, and we slide it on. Okay, so this is how you do shoes on. Next sign is stop. Stop, you're gonna karate chop your palm. This is your dominant hand, non-dominant hand, you're just gonna karate chop it. Stop. Another common way to sign stop for your kids is this hand shape. Now, if you remember finish or all done, okay, that is a version, a variation of it, but with one hand, and this is more like quit it. Like you better stop right now, okay? So we have stop and we have Kids reaching for something, they're looking at you all naughty like, you're like, and they're still reaching for it. The next sign is thank you. Thank you is very much like good, if you remember good from the first one. If you don't remember, it's one hand like this, fingers together, onto the other hand. Thank you is the same sign without this hand. And yes, sometimes good can be signed without the hand as well. So they are the same sign. Formally, good comes down to the other hand. Next is toy. Toy, I've struggled with this one because deaf people in ASL spell toy. They just spell it, and eventually kids get it as well. And you think, how do kids spell without knowing? They don't know the letters. They just get this hand shape and they start copying it. And pretty soon you see something like this happening. But remember the sign for play? If you do it with a T, and this is an English sign, but I've seen it used, and it's an easier sign than getting to the spelling for little kids. So we have toy. Another good one to teach our kids is wait. Wait is hands up, palms toward you, and the fingers wiggle. And it can be done with one hand or two hands. Then we have water. Of course, water, it starts with a W, and we're gonna tap the index finger to the chin. Water, water. And Kids will, this is a fairly tough handshake for little kids to get. So you'll also see this, or even like this. These are variations that babies start using. Again, always sign the correct one, and they will start understanding it and eventually producing it as well. And last for our list today is yes. Yes, we make a fist and we bob it up and down like the head. Okay? Yes, and make sure that you give a little nod when you do this. Remember, the facial expressions, the non-manual behaviors, which is what your body and head are doing, matter a lot to this because it's actually really hard, just like if you were to say yes, but shake your head, you kind of have to think about it. Same thing. If I'm doing this, but I'm shaking it mixed signals. So don't do that. Yes. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm JP, and thank you for joining me in my classroom and learning some ASL signs. Please like and subscribe to my videos. It helps get the word out, and leave a comment what you liked, what you didn't like, so I can get better in serving you. And if you have other topics or questions about particular signs, leave them in the comments. I'm JP, keep on signing.